नारायणं नमस्कृत्यं नरं चैवं नरोत्तमं देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरये नष्टप्रायेषु अभद्रेषु नित्यं भागवत सेवया भगवती उत्तमश्लोके भक्तिर्भवति निष्ठिकी कृष्णाय वासुदेवाय देवकी नन्दनाय च नन्दगोपकुमाराय गोविन्दाय नमो नमः गोविन्दाय नमो नमः गोविन्दाय नमो नमः. As we all know, we are in the days where Bhishma Panchaka is going on. So what is Bhishma Panchaka? The background is Bhishma Dev is on the bed of arrows, and he's about to leave his body, since he has the boon that whenever he want, he can leave his body. So at last 5 days, he is keeping the fast, despite of the fact how much pain, what he's going through. He is keeping the fast on that bed of arrows. Again, Prabhuji's, Mataji's, a big learning for us. In our normal day-to-day life, keeping a fast becomes very difficult. At least for me, I get gastric problem, I get this, that, many things. But look at the personality. Bhishma Dev is keeping the fast on the bed of arrows. And here he is, same time, he's also glorifying the Lord. He is also remembering the Lord constantly. Reason being, the Lord got happy, and he is this particular, before Bhishma Dev kept the fast. These 5 days were known as Vishnu Panchaka. But once Bhishma Dev has kept the fasting and he glorified the Lord during those 5 days, the day renamed as, and Lord himself has renamed it as Bhishma Panchaka. So this is for the devotees, those who really would like to seek the blessings and the mercy of the Lord. And once again, the sale is already going on in this month, so it will give you 100,000 times of benefits. I'm sure we all know, you all are learned, but just to clean myself, to enhance my knowledge, I am going to glorify Bhishma Dev today. Who was Bhishma Dev? Why we are keeping, or why the Lord has kept him so special? I would rather, I mean, before I will take the words, I will go with the story and the background. So, as we all know, like, B.R. Chopra, he has narrated the story of Bhishma Dev through Mahabharata, and he has portrayed a picture. As far as myself is concerned, I know Bhishma Dev. I knew Bhishma Dev this much only, that he was grandfather of Pandavas and Kauravas, and he was a very important person with so many special potencies, and with all I mean, he was so strong. He had a special mercy. This much I knew, as I saw in Mahabharata. But since Bhishma Panchaka started and my session was scheduled for today, so I thought to go into the background and find out who exactly this personality is. So I will try to, I will narrate the story. I will go into the background, uh, and we will find out who is Bhishma Dev. So once Lord Brahma in Brahmalok kept a yagna, and it was a huge yagna where all special heroes, sorry, the rivers, Lakshay, please. So all special rivers, Devi Devatas, all Mahajans, everybody was called. Mm. So there, Ma Ganga, Devi Ganga, she was also called, and Maha Abhishek, King Maha Abhishek was also called. So when the yagna was getting performed, Ma Ganga and Maha Abhishek was sitting opposite to each other, and this yagna is performing in Brahmalok. Now Brahma could see these two are least interested in yagna, but they are watching each other, or I should say they are attracted to each other. Brahma could see that. So, and Brahma immediately stood and told both of them that this yagna is not here to get attracted, and this place is not meant for all this. So, because both are the great personalities, so it's a kind of curse, but it's a blessing. And another way I should say, it's a kind of leela, the vidhi which had to perform as per the will of Lord. So now here Brahma is going to give them the curse, but in a internal manner, it's a kind of boon that okay, you both of you may go to Bhuloka and perform this activity, and you enjoy, and then you may come back. But this is not the place. So happened. Both took birth on earth. They appeared on the earth, and Maha Abhishek appeared as Shantanu Maharaj. Ma Ganga was as Ganga Devi. Now they both met as per the will of Lord. They both met. They got attracted, and they in a I mean they reach in a kind of situation where Shantanu Maharaj saw Ma Ganga, and he proposed her. He proposed that I would like to marry you, and I'm totally engrossed with your beauty and with your effulgence. So Mahaganga says, okay, I will accept you, but I have two conditions. So what are those two conditions? Shantanu Maharaj asked. Mahaganga said, first of all, you will not speak to me rudely ever. Second, she asked that you will not stop me ever, whatever I will do. So, I mean, we all are in Grasta. What else we need? We need, I mean, before having marriage only, the girl is keeping these two conditions that never speak rudely, and whatever I will do, let me do. So free all. So these two things Ma Ganga is asking. Now Shantanu Maharaj, because that time he was like, okay, I will follow the same. And however, in our material life, sometimes boys say this, but after marriage, the scenario goes other way around. But in this case, because it's a transcendental activity, it's a all divya. The personalities are also transcendental, so it is all happening for a reason. So now we'll go further. Now what happens? Marriage happens. After some time, both gets child. Hmm? So Shantanu Maharaj is very happy. He's cuddling with the child. Ma Ganga, what does? She takes the child, she snatched the child, and she throw in the river, in her river itself, Ganga. Now she snatched and she threw, and Maharaj Shantanu was not supposed to speak anything, and he did the same. Now, second child born, again she snatched, thrown into the river. Third, snatched, thrown. Fourth, again same. Fifth, sixth, seventh. Once seventh was done, and the turn is coming for eighth. Hare Krishna. Am I audible? Hello, Hare
Yes,
Krishna.
Mataji. Yes.
Hare Bol. Okay. I just wanted to check because I listened some weird noise. Okay, Haribol. So now eighth child born, And now Maharaj Shantanu was totally out of the control. It was the limit for him. He said, no, I cannot bear it anymore. I will have to say something. So on eighth child, Shantanu Maharaj chastised her. What kind of lady you are? Huh? What kind of mother are you? That every time we are getting blessed with a son, and you are throwing it away. And he was very rude. The anger and everything was on top. Bas kya tha? I mean, this was the time for Ma Ganga. She said, see, you have broken your conditions, the conditions where we got married. So I'm not going to stay with you anymore. So in our language, like khalas, talak, talak, talak. So but here everything is happening for some transcendental reason. uh, Maharaj Shantanu is asking why you are doing so. What you are getting out of it? Nobody throws the child like you, and especially Ma. Ma herself is doing this. Hmm? So then Ma Ganga takes him to the story uh, back for these all eight children. Now we will also go and we will understand what was the reason why Ma Ganga was throwing these all babies in the river. What happens once Vashisht Muni was in Samadhi, and he had Kamdhenu. As we know that out of churning the ocean, he got Kamdhenu, and Kamdhenu was with her, was with him. Vashisht Muni was in full Samadhi, and while he was in Samadhi, eight Vasus were passing by through that area. They saw Kamdhenu cow. They all saw, all eight of the Vasus, they saw Kamdhenu cow, and uh, out of all, eighth Vasu's wife, she asked that, oh, my dear husband, I should have this cow. See, similarly, like Sita Maya asked for the golden deer. And in a once in a while, if wife is asking something, then husbands they get bound. Okay, bhai chalo theek hai. I mean, let's give her. Once in a while she's asking. She's not asking anything which is every day or special. So similarly, keeping it in mind, like Sri Ram tried to fulfill the desire of Masita. Similarly, here 8 Vasu's wife is also asking that, I want this Kamdhenu cow. So 8th Vasu's name is Deva. Deva. And they plan, all 8, they plan to steal the cow. But the plan was formed by 8th Vasu, and rest remaining 7 Vasus, they said, okay, you plot the planning, you plot the graph, and we will act accordingly, we will execute it. Similarly happened. 8th Vasu, Deo, he planned, and they tried to steal the cow. The moment they were stealing the cow, Kamdhenu, Vashisht Muni opened his eyes, and he was in a ferocious mood. Vashisht Muni cursed them immediately that, see, this is what you are doing, and this kind of acts are not meant for this loka. That means you don't deserve to be here. You should go to Bhuloka. There only it looks good, and you can steal anything anywhere. That you should go there, and you should do all these kind of activities there itself. Now all got realize, and they bow down to the feet of Vashisht Muni. Now Vashisht Muni said, see, I have given the curse, I cannot take it back, but I can only minimize it. And how I can minimize it? That I will because the 8th Manu, the one who has plotted, the one who has made this plan, he will stay there. Dev, but the other remaining seven Vasus, they will just take birth and they will come back. So now we understood the story behind throwing the all babies. Why Ma Ganga was throwing the all babies into the river. So this was the child who was uh, who was cursed by Vashisht Muni, and whose name was Dev. And also Vashisht Muni says that this boy not only take the birth, he will live long years, and he will never have a pleasure of women, and he will be always living for the others. So now the story progress. I'm also like cutting little short. So now what happens is Ma Ganga says, now since you have stopped me, so I cannot take his life. You keep it this child with you, and I'm leaving, since as we have decided. Maharaj Shantanu says, see, Ganga, because you are going again to Brahmaloka, so why don't you take this child? At least he will learn the all scholar education, and the war. I mean, related to war and everything, he will learn there itself. What is the better place than Swargaloka? So the the war fair, everything he can learn there. So this is what Ma Ganga said. Okay, fine, I will take him along with me. So she takes this child, Dev, and she goes to the Swargaloka. Now, one day, Maharaj Shantanu came to meet Ganga, the bank of river. So he's meeting, and he was watching Ma Ganga was floating very heavily, very heavily. So same time, what Maharaj Shantanu sees, that there is one handsome boy who is so effulgent, and he is throwing the arrows towards Ganga, that the river flow got reversed. So he was so amazed, and in this particular moment he got disappeared. Then Maharaj Shantanu asked Ma Ganga, who was he, who can divert your direction? Then Ma Ganga says, he's our eighth son. His name is Devrata. So now we have to now we got to understand that Bhishma Deva, the real name was Devrata, and he is the eighth son of Maganga and Maharaj Shantanu. Now the story goes little ahead. Maharaj Shantanu, because he is alone, he met with again a lady called Satyavati. Now, Satyavati, that time, Maharaj or Kshatriyas, they can have a multiple of five. So he gets attracted to Satyavati, and Satyavati is very beautiful. He gets attracted to her. Now he proposed her. Maharaj Shantanu proposed Satyavati that, will you marry me? Now Satyavati again says, I will have to ask my father. Maharaj Shantanu said, but there's no condition, right? Because before he had similar experience. So Satyavati says, I will have to ask my father. In this particular Leela, there is again, Satyavati also has the background. We will have to understand that as well. Satyavati used to be uh, she used to be a fisherman's daughter, and her name was Matsya Gandha. Matsya Gandha means the smell of fish. So Matsya Gandha was the daughter of the fisherman, and she used to row the boat. Now one day she got to serve Parasar Muni. Parasar Muni is the one, I'm sure you all know, the Jyotish Acharya who created Jyotish Shastra. So one day she got to serve Parashar Muni, and Parashar Muni and Matsya Gandha had Parashar Muni had to perform. I mean, he had to ask Matsya Gandha that I need one womb to create one scholarly child. So here Matsya Gandha gets agree, but I mean, there is no offense. This Parashar Muni has no desire at all for any lusty desire. I mean, there is no lusty desire. It is just to, with Lord's instruction, he is following, and he is just seeking a womb to create one scholar child, which we will understand now who will be that. So Matsyakandha and Parashar Muni, they got agreed, and they got a child. His name is as Vyasadeva. So none other than Vyasadeva got created uh, from Matsyagandha and Parashar Muni. And once this Leela got performed, then Parashar Muni got disappeared, and this Matsya Gandha asked Parashar Muni before leaving that, see, now I'm no more Kanya. So what about me? But Parashar Muni says, no, I'm giving you the boon that you will be Kanya, and uh, you will be having a marriage with the great king. So here now Satyavati is actually Matsyagandha, and the smell what she had, that also gone away. Now this convert into the fragrance, and Maharaj Shantanu got attracted to this fragrance and to this lady. Now they got married, and before getting married, again there was a condition of father, because they were on the scheduled side, and they were low caste. So before giving the hand of his daughter, uh, Satyavati's father had conditions that I will not give your hand just like that. I know this person, Maharaj Shantanu, that he is having the all opulences. He has already a son who will be the the Maharaj or the king of the kingdom after Maharaj Shantanu. And it was already declared because he was in that age. So you will be always criticized, you will be always dominated in that family. I cannot do that. Then Maharaj Shantanu approached her father, Satyavati's father, that no, I mean, I cannot give that any assurance, but she will be as like my other wives are. But her father doesn't agrees. He's not satisfied. Now Maharaj Shantanu is very disappointed. He went to his palace, and he says, the face tells everything. So his face is telling everything. Now everybody asked, what happened, Maharaj Shantanu? Then he told the story that this is how I liked one girl, and this is the condition, and on such conditions, how I can accept her. Then this all is Dev Vrat is listening all this. Now Devrat Bhishma Dev, he is listening all this, and he says, okay, I mean, on the side of Maharaj Shantanu, he says, okay, I will go and I will assure them that there will be no difficulty, there will be no any obligations from my side, and I can go and I can convince them. So Devrat has taken the call, and now Devrat is heading to the father of Satyavati. Now his father is telling the same thing. How you will how my daughter will survive in such kind of circumstances, and despite of that, we are the scheduled caste, so she'll be always dominated there. Her children will also be dominated. Now here Devrat, Bhishma Dev, is taking three vows, the pratigyas, for which we know Bhishma Dev. First, first and foremost was that I will not take, I will not take the seat of kingdom. Mm. And I will not marry for my whole life. I will follow brahmacharya. Mm. And third, your Maharani's son, they will be the king. I will not come into the picture. However, I will be serving. They will not be dominated in our family. And I myself will train them. I will be there with them as a shadow. So these all pratigyas were taken by Bhishma Dev, and the story goes forward. Now, uh, this marriage happens. Devvrat is doing as exactly what he promised, and now Satyavati and Shantanu gets two children, hmm, Chitraveer and Chitragandha. Both of them are now eligible for marriage, and whatever the warfare, everything, jnana, education, shastras, vedas, everything was taught by personally Bhishma Dev to them. Now once they are in the age of marriage, they are not in condition to decide what they do, because everything was decided by Bhishma Dev itself. So now Bhishma Dev says, okay, now both of you are eligible for marriage. I think you should go ahead with that. So they say, okay, Maharaj, because you have only taught us, you have only, upbringing, everything, we have been in your shelter. So why don't you select for us? Bhishmadev says, okay, fine. So there was one Swayamvar was going on where three sisters were there. I'm sorry, the story is going a little longer, but everything, connects, and the all background lies in the story. So I'm just give me a
Hare
few
Krishna,
time. I
ma'am.
mean,
We are enjoying
Mataji.
Mataji.
Okay, Mataji, then fine. I'm feeling like I'm only listening and I'm only speaking, so that's why. Um, Now Swambar is going on. One Swambar is going on, and there Bhishma Dev goes and he sees, okay, three kanyas are there: Amba, Ambalika, and Ambika. They three are having the Swamvar. So what Bhishma Dev does, he fight there, and he takes all three girls for the brothers of him. Now, Chitraveer and Chitragandha, uh, they were having a choice out of these three girls to select. So, one select Ambalika and one select Ambika. But Amba, uh, who was already in love with King Shalva, she had the pain of detachment, that I was in love with King Shalva, but this person, this Devrat, he has taken me from there, and he's trying to make me marry with his brother. I don't accept this. She says, no, I cannot marry this. Okay, Devrat says, okay, fine, you can go and get married with your lover. I will not stop you. But now, once Amba goes to back King Shalva says, no, you have been touched by the another king, Devrat. I cannot accept you like that. I cannot. Now, the one who has taken you in Swamvar, you have to go to him only. Now, Amba is in condition, in a very ambiguous, that where should I go? Should I go to Shalva? Should I go to Bhishma? Devrat, sorry, because now she says, okay, because Devrat has taken me, better to get uh, to go to him only, because anyway he been my lover, but he is refusing to accept me. She goes to Devrat and she says, my lover is no more in situation to, because since you have taken me, you have touched me, so he is not going to accept. Now, Devrat says, sorry, Devi, but I cannot also accept you. I have taken a vow that I will spend my whole life as brahmacharya. I will follow brahmacharya, so I cannot marry you at any condition. Now, Amba is very angry, and she's like, you. As a person, you only destroyed my life. You know, you have not left me anywhere, neither this side or that side. And she she do severe penances to call Parshuram. Now Parshuram appears in front of Amba, and he asks, "What you want, Devi?" Now Parshuram, she says, "Parshuram, you have to fight with him. You have to kill him because he has destroyed my life." Now Parshuram says, "I only taught him every vidya, every warfare in Swargloka. Then I have no eligibility because he knows all the hidden facts and other details. Whatever I will use, he has the solution of each and every activity." Then she says, "No, you have to do it for me." Then Parshuram says, "Okay, since you have did the severe penances for me, I will try my best." For 23 days, this war happened, but at last Parshuram had to lost, and Devrat got win because he knew each and everything. Whatever the Parshuram was using, he knew the solution of each and every weapon. So now there was no other solution for Amba, and Amba sacrificed her life. But before she sacrificed the life, Parshuram asked her that in next janma, in your next yoni, you will be the reason of Devrat to end his life, and you will be a man form. You will be having a man form. So now the after this we know in Mahabharata what happens. Amba, as a Shikhandi, she comes and she appears in front of Bhishma Pitama, and the moment Bhishma Dev see Amba, and he knew this is not the man, she's the lady. He keeps his bow and arrow down, and Arjun, he gets all the call to move ahead, and this is what happened, as we know. Now see, this is whole entire story comes along. Hmm. What we had seen is the personality of so the same this personality, Bhishma Dev. He has been doing all the sacrifices. Uh, he has been doing sacrifices for the family. Then, being despite of having, the all mud around, the material mud around, he was in a palace, all opulences, everything was around, but he never got affected. He was determined on his pledges. He was always surrendered to the Lord, and at last he is instructing King Yudhishthir, once he is on the bed of arrows, that now whatever uh, Vasudev is saying, you please follow. You might feel this is wrong. Don't think right or wrong. Whatever he says, you please follow. Because once the because Dev Bhishma Dev, he knew that Krishna is not just a cousin of Yudhishthir. He is Lord himself. And while on the bed of arrows, he calls Yudhishthir, and Yudhishthir Maharaj goes along with other Pandavas, and he gives this instruction. So this was the story in the background. Now we will take the verse at this particular point in time, that what Bhishma Dev is exactly trying telling to the to Yudhishthir Maharaj, and what he is trying to tell to other devotees like us, and what is the learning there. So we will come to the verse 1.9.22. तथापि एकान्तभक्तेषु स्वस्य भूपानुकम्पितं यन्मे सुमस्त्यजता साक्षात् लक्ष्य एक सेकेंड हरे कृष्णा माता जी जस्ट अ मिनट प्लीज हरि बोल तथापि एकान्तभक्तेषु पश्य भूपानुकम्पितं यन्मे सोमस्त्यजतः साक्षात् कृष्णो दर्शनम् आगतः. Any Mataji or Prabhuji would like to recite?
Hare Krishna. Can I try?
Yeah, sure, Mataji.
तथापि एकान्तभक्तेषु पश्य भूपानुकम्पितं यन्मे सुं त्यजत साक्षात् कृष्णो दर्शनम् आगतः.
Any Prabhuji?
Mataji, I will try Mataji.
Hari bol.
तथापि एकान्तभक्तेषु पश्य भूपानुकम्पितं यन्मे संस्त्यजत साक्षात् कृष्णो दर्शनमागतः.
Hari bol. Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Thank you. Now word to word. Anybody would like to recite?
Can I, Mataji?
Sure, Prabhu.
Should I go for synonyms or translation?
Yeah, I think synonym is also important for this verse, Prabhu.
Okay, Mataji, done. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Happy, still, ekanta, unflinching, bhakteshu, unto the devotees, pashya, see here, bhupa, O king, anukampitam, how sympathetic, yet, for which may, my, asun, life, tyajatah, ending, shakshat, directly, Krishna, the personality of Godhead, darshanam, in my view, Agatah has kindly come.
Hari bol. Thank you. Someone will go for translation.
Hare Krishna Mataji Dandat Pranam. Translation by A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. Yet, despite his being equally kind to everyone, he has graciously come before me while I am ending my life, for I am his unflinching servitor. Hari Bol.
Hari bol. Thank you, Mataji. So, purport. Anybody will go for purport? Sunil Prabhu, Aparna Mataji, Himanshu Prabhu, anyone?
Yeah, Hare Krishna Mataji. I'll try Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Please go ahead, Prabhuji.
Yes, Mataji. Thank you. Purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Jai Srila Prabhupada. The Supreme Lord, the Absolute Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, although equal to everyone, is still more inclined to his unflinching devotees, who is completely surrendered and knows no one else as his protector and master. Having unflinching faith in the Supreme Lord as one's protector, friend, and master is the natural condition of eternal life. A living entity is so made by the will of the Almighty that he is most happy when placing himself in a condition of absolute dependence.
Hari bol, Prabhu. Aparna Mataji is there?
No, Mataji, she's not there.
Okay. Himanshu Prabhuji?
He has not joined Mataji today.
Oh, okay. Hari bol.
Yeah, Tandvini Mataji.
Tandvini Mataji, Hari bol.
From where, Mataji? Sorry.
The opposite tendency is the cause of
The
fall
opposite tendency is the cause of fall down. The living entity has the tendency of falling down by dint of misidentifying himself as fully independent to lord it over the material world. The root cause of all troubles there is false egotism. One must draw towards the Lord in all circumstances.
Thank you, Mataji. I'll go with this. The appearance of Lord Krishna at the deathbed of Bhishmaji is due to his being an unflinching devotee of the Lord. Arjuna had some bodily relation with the Krishna because the Lord happened to be his maternal cousin. But Bhishma had no such bodily relation. Therefore, the cause of attraction was due to the intimate relation of the soul. Yet, because the relation of the body is very pleasing and natural, the Lord is more pleased when he is addressed as the son of Maharaj Nanda, the son of Yashoda, the lover of Radharani. This affinity by bodily relation with the Lord is another feature of reciprocating loving service with the Lord. Bhishma Deva is conscious of his sweetness of transcendental humor, and therefore he likes to address the Lord as Vijaya Sakhe, Partha Sakhe, etc. Exactly like Nanda Nandana and Yashoda Nandana, the best way to establish our relation in transcendental sweetness is to approach him through his recognized devotees. One should not try to establish the relation directly. There must be a medium which is transparent and competent to lead us to the right path. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. In this verse, he has narrated the glories of Bhishma Dev, plus the Lord's mercy and the mercy of the glories of the devotees. So dasanu dasanu das, you cannot directly touch the Lord like that. But if you are serving his devotees or devotees to devotees to devotees, then he is definitely pleased with you. Same the relation what Prabhupada is mentioning, that Arjuna had the relation, but Bhishma Dev, he had no relation. There's no such relation was there, but the Lord was so merciful that he appeared in his full Chaturbhuja form in front of her. So this much the Lord is merciful. And in the first para, we are I mean the sorry Prabhupada is mentioning that if the love towards the Lord is unflinching, and the faith on the Supreme Personality of God is unflinching, there is no doubt, it's a pure love, then there is no haziness for the devotees. And if you are serving to the devotee, it is as equal as you are serving the Lord. The Lord is happy once you are to the servant of the servant. So here Bhishma Dev is also in a condition, and where he is lying on the bed of arrows, and he called Bhishma Dev to make him understand that you for me the Lord is appearing since see, here there are two things. First of all, Bhishma Dev is also showing the exemplary thing for himself, that see, he is showing me his all Chaturbhuja form, okay, and same time he is also giving the example of, the best example of bhakti, that he is not the Chaturbhuji form is not because I am as a Bhishma Dev, or I been sacrificing my life, or I had such a the kind of background. No, it is all because of my bhakti, that I been always servitor to the Lord. I've been always serving to the Lord, and the Lord was always in my mind. uh, and same time he's also showing the example that I am in the fasting, and I'm only remembering the Bhishma Stuti. Also, we all know, right? The Bhishma Stuti, where he is glorifying Lord again and again, again and again. So he's trying to tell and to make Yudhishthir and the Pandavas to understand that it is that the Lord is in your knees, in your feet. If if you are performing your duties, and you are the if your bhakti is strong. So the message is actually to us. And the second thing is, what coming out here is that whatever the Lord is saying, being a friend or being a maternal cousin, you should follow, because the law, if Lord says that this has to be done, then you must follow, because that is again the leela of Lord. We are all just the part of the leela, and it has to be performed. So if so for the people like us, what is the learning in our journal life? What we can understand is, if situation in our day-to-day life or in our life is not going as per our will, and we have the firm faith on the Lord, uh, then we just continue with our bhakti. We should just continue with the firm faith on the Lord. Rest we must leave on the Lord, because this may be a part of another his leela, or the, we say vidhika vidhan. So he must have written something, and this has to perform in that manner only. We must trust on him. So here Bhishma Dev not only suggesting or instructing Yudhishthira Maharaj, but this is the message for the all humankind, for everyone, that one must keep serving to the Lord and his devotees, plus keep firm faith, whatever it is right or wrong. Uh, we must follow the Lord's instruction. So here I would conclude the session. I would also, for my understanding, I would like to just put or the reference I have taken from Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that what is that unflinching devotion? What is that unflinching devotion which requires, when anybody is ending the life like Bhishma Dev, and the Lord, and we can understand, I mean, we can just remember the Lord at that point in time, rather thinking anything. If what is that particular thing which can remind about the Lord at the time of our last moment. So this is, I would recite. Anyabhilashita shunyam jnana karmade anavratam anukulyena krishnanu sitanumam bhaktir uttama. Anybody would like to recite?
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam.
Hare Krishna Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Pritamataji.
अन्याभिलाषिता शून्यं ज्ञानकर्माद्यनावृतम् आनुकूल्येन कृष्णानुशीलनं भक्तिरुत्तमा.
Hari Bol. Very nice, Mataji, very beautiful. So one should render transcendental loving service to the Supreme Lord, Krishna, favorably and without desire for material profit or gain, through fruitive activities or philosophical speculation. That is called pure devotional service. So, I just, before ending the session, I just wanted to remind myself that what is pure and unflinching devotional service. This is what the unalloyed devotional service, and where there is no material desire, there is no profit or gain, there's no business, there's no philosophical speculation are touching us. That's where the devotional service take place, where at least I am very, very far away. Thank you, everyone. Thanks to Srila Prabhupada. Thanks to Amrinder Prabhu, where he helped me to mention and to recite the katha, and his glories on Bhishma Dev I copy pasted here. Thank you, the all assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. Jai Srila Prabhupada.
Jai Shri Prabhupada Mataji, awesome. This is the second time, I guess, you are doing on Bhishma Dev. So you are glorifying Bhishma Dev for the second time. Last year, the
Really?
same time. Yes, Mataji.
Oh,
Same time.
I didn't remember. Okay.
But like that time, you were now you are done PhD on this, Mataji.
Oh, Hari Bol.
Very
No,
nice.
no, Mataji.
Wonderful
Yeah,
class.
because Bhishma, they want me to glorify
No,
him
this is the
again and
second time
again.
you got it in the Bhishma Panchaka only.
Hari Bol.
So you are
Hari.
glorifying Vishnu Dev for the second time.
You have very good memory, Mataji, where I am totally poor in that.
No, that's only Krishna. He reminded me, Mataji. Once you started, I remembered that this Panchaka also Mataji got the same, like you got
Ah,
the same. Hare
Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Krishna. Hare Krishna Mataji. Awesome pravachan Mataji. Hare Krishna. So I would request now Tandvini Mataji to add her points in the glorification of Bhishma Dev. Hari Bol.
Mataji, can you take me in the last because I'm reaching home, so I'll just
Okay, Mataji, perfect.
I'm out a little.
Hare Krishna. So, Sadhu Sevana Prabhuji, can you share your view on this? Hari Bol.
Yes. Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna. So, thanks a lot, Purna Mataji, for the nice kirtan. I'm sorry I could not attend most of the part of this, except the last 2 minutes maximum. And then big Haribol to Umta Mataji. Okay, she had almost taken us to the same Leela, as if we were a part of that somewhere. So each and everything she explained so nicely. Mataji, very small request. You must be, you are going to become a very big preacher. The way you are telling the story, I'm sure kids, adults, old people, everybody will be very attracted for that. So next, I want to add like, see, based on whatever Mataji had explained, if we look at the life of Bhishma Deva, even when he was Vasu, or when in the next life, where first he sacrificed for his father, then even for brothers, the common thing that we find across, okay, is his dedication and selfless service. He was ready to go to any extent without thinking the he obviously he knew, okay, at every point of time that the implication of that, but selflessly he was always ready to serve others. And Bhishma Deva is like, thanks to B.R. Chopra, like most of us have become like fan of Bhishma in early, since our early childhood itself. So the wonderful quality to be learned from him. And at the last in the shloka, as Mataji told, is like we can reach to the Lord once we serve to the devotees. As Krishna also says, like those who says are my devotees are actually not my devotees, but those who says they are devotee of my devotees, like Mahaprabhu says Dasanudas thing. So they are actually my devotees. So, and our entire scriptures, whether it is Chaitanya Charitamrita, Bhagavatam, they are full of such pastimes of the devotees, like because Bhagavatam is the glorification of Krishna, but via his devotees, whether it is Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Pingala, Vidura. So that's it, Mataji. So thanks a lot once again. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, is Ati Sundari Mataji there? Or
No, Mataji, no, she's not there. She is in her home only.
okay,
Thank
Hare
you, Sunil Prabhuji. Um, I have whatever I have learned, I learned from you all only. That's all. So I just tried my bit. That's all, Prabhuji. Thank you very much.
Very good.
Thanks, Mataji. Thank you.
Thank you, Sadhu Sevana Prabhuji, for your valuable comments. I would request Vasant Prabhuji to add his view or thoughts.
Hare Krishna Mataji. So very nice Kirtan Mataji. Like after a long time we are hearing Jai Radha Madhav, like a very nice Kirtan by you Mataji, and a nice comparing also. And we know like all are training by His Grace Santa Govishwar Prabhu. Mamta Mataji, like Puja Mataji said, you did a PhD in glorifying Bhishma Dev. So amazing flow, and the way you explain, like it taken us to the pastime of Bhishma Dev, like with so many characters, so many names. It was like a wonderfully narrated. So kudos to your efforts. Okay, we could able to see the spark in you, and amazing, like a lot of things to learn from you. Amazing glorification. So the flow was like excellent, and for me, like Bhishma Dev is one of the main hero Mataji. Like two characters I like the most in Srimad Bhagavatam. One is Vrittasura, and another is Bhishma Dev, because both of them were not in the side of Krishna, or like a Krishna's army, or like a Krishna's favorism, but both of them got the mercy of Krishna. So that is a great thing to learn from both of them. Because Vritasura also like a not on the side of Krishna, like he was on the side of demons. The same way Bhishma Dev also was on the side of the Kauravas. Like so, I stated like at this point many times. So one more time I am stating. So I asked like and how, why Bhishma Dev has to suffer this much, and why he was on the side of Kauravas, on the side of like the no, he was on the side of Kauravas. Okay, so why he had to go through so many of suffering? Like he was one of the 12 Mahajans. Like why he has to go through so much of like a pain and suffering? So one Prabhu, like I think he came in Sugana Mataji's house. Like that Prabhu explained very nicely. So Bhishma, Lord wanted to show to all the jivas, however powerful you may be, if you are not on the side of dharma, then you can never win. Always you will be defeated. So that teaching Lord wanted to show to us. That is the main reason, like he chosen the greatest of the warrior, Bhishma Dev, for this particular leela. So Bhishma Dev was so powerful. He even like defeated a great warriors, like in the Devalok, like but still he could not able to get into the winning side of it. Like so that is a teaching Lord wanted to show. Like okay, so that is a great learning we always need to be reminded of. However powerful you may be, like if you are on the side of adharma, then you can never be the winner. And another great thing to learn about Bhishma Dev is like his tolerance level. So uh, he kind of relinquished every of his sense gratification. Like he didn't marry, he followed the brahmacharya. Like he didn't rule the kingdom. So that tolerance level, and like the sahishnu, that particular character, we can always be of like a remindful, because he had all the thing, but he didn't want to enjoy. He just lived for the sake of others. Like so that is a great thing. And even at the deathbed of arrows also, so he was so much painful. We all know like how much, if you get like a little headache, how much painful you would be. But he was on the bed of arrows, and all his uh, all his blood is like getting drained. Okay, so that is another thing we need to understand. So why he was like waiting for that moment is he had all those blood like been fed by Kauravas like on the Adharma side. So he want all of his blood to be removed from his body, so that like while passing away, he want to pass away without having any karma. So that is another introspective like we need to understand. So Lord wanted to him to pass in that way. And one more great thing is like a Lord appeared in front of him like a while he passing away. I think like only for two devotees like he appeared as if in front of him. I think one is Jatayu and another is Bhishma Dev, if I remember correctly. Like I may be wrong also. So only for two members, two devotees like a Lord appeared in front of him. So that is another glory of like a Bhishma Dev. So we can speak on and on like about his glories. So finally he completely engrossed like into Lord by his thinking, willing, and feeling. All his senses like he dedicated to Lord like while leaving his body, and how glorious like to see the Lord and to pass away from this material world. So greatness of like Bhishma Dev can be explained forever. Very nice, Mataji. Like thanks for enlightening us with this pastime. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you very much for putting more information on Bhishma Dev.
Thank you, Vasant Prabhuji, for your valuable comments. I would request Brita Mataji for adding to add her view on this topic. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandat Pranam. Amazing comparing Mataji and beautifully hosted the session and amazing Kirtan as well. So after a long time, we could hear your transcendental voice. And coming to Mamata Mataji, very nice session, Mataji, and very nicely portrayed the glories of Bhishma Deva. And I think almost everything been covered by all the speakers. So how Bhishma Deva exhibited his unflinching devotion even in such a painful situation. Like we have to take that as an inspiration, and we have to move forward in our devotional path, because he was completely devoid of all the material desires, and he sacrificed everything for the satisfaction of others. And it's just to please the Lord and to serve Krishna favorably. And also Lord also wanted to show like how a devotee, even though he was on the side of Kauravas, but Lord wanted to show how a great devotee is undisturbed and always, as Vasan said, like thinking, feeling, and willing. Like he had a proper mental concussions, like what to follow and how he had it in his mind that he is his eternal servant, and how with his body, mind, and consciousness he can improve and he can spiritually enlighten others. So if he's put into any circumstances, so the devotee of the Lord is not at all not at all affected or bewildered by that thing. And Lord shows that he is giving the opportunity to speak about the Lord or the spiritual enlightenment in any way of life, and in any way of the situation as well. So, and also you discussed like the Bhishma Deva choosing to fight against the Pandavas was also the will of the Lord, because the Lord wanted to show that even a fighter or a great warrior like Bhishma Deva cannot win being on the wrong side. So he is giving the teachings through Bhishma Deva. So how we can try to follow these aspects and improve in our devotional service. Haribol Mataji, that's all, and thank you so much once again for the wonderful session. Haribol.
Thank you, Mataji. Thank you for your wonderful inputs.
Thank you, Preeta Mataji, for your valuable comments. Now, I guess Tandrini Mataji has disconnected. She till the time she joins, I would request my Prabhuji to add his comments on this topic.
Hare Krishna Mataji. Uh, Firstly, thanks to Pooja for starting day with wonderful kirtan. Then Mamta Mataji, this was, uh, I mean, you were already doing good. So this is all, we all have room for improvement. We could see your next version, updated version, Mataji. So with so beautiful, the way you have connected all the dots, the flow was very smooth, and the slides were very beautifully presented. This shows the amount of effort that you have put in. So please continue this, Mataji, so that you can motivate me and guide me also in this path. Haribol, Mataji. You have covered most of the things, Mataji, all of the things, which were under I understanding that provided you were given time, limited time, you could not cover all the things. So I would just like to add a couple of things just to complement what you have mentioned, Mataji. We know that Bhishmadev, he enjoyed Veera Ras with Krishna. So, which is basically the loving exchange with Lord as in the form of a warrior. He usually did not display his love for Krishna publicly. But there was one instance uh, in Mahabharata, which was the first time Bhishmadev publicly glorified Krishna. This was during the Rajasurya Agya. So during the Rajasurya Agya, when Yudhishthir was performing the Yagya, and he wanted to, when there was a question that was being raised, that whom should be glorified as the supreme personality, then Sahadev, one of the Pandavas, he suggested that Krishna should be worshipped in this yagya as the supreme person of Godhead. On hearing this, Bhishma was his happiness knew no bounds. He was very happy on hearing this. But Shishupal, he could not tolerate this, and he busted out speaking ill about Krishna. So many kings present over there did not like it. Then Bhishmadev stopped Shishupal and he asked him that why is that Krishna cannot be praised? And then he used this opportunity to glorify Krishna. So this was the first time when he glorified Krishna, as per my knowledge, the first time when he glorified Krishna publicly. And he started narrating about Krishna's glories right from his childhood, how he killed the demons and the Govardhan Leela and everything, etc., etc. But unfortunately, Shishupal, he still did not pay any heed to what Bhishmadev said. He, on the contrary, he said ill to Bhishmadev. And hearing this, Bhima, he became very angry, and like a lion who would pounce on his prey, Bhima was ready to pounce on Shishupal, but then Bhishmadev stopped him and said, the only reason he is speaking is because Krishna is willing so. So Krishna is tolerating. So when time comes, Keshava will kill him. So do not bother about it. So this is what this was one of the incident where Bhishmadev took an opportunity to praise. The last time when he praised was during the time of his death. So when he was on the deathbed, he praised Krishna profusely, and specifically that particular incident when Krishna had taken a vow that he would not take any weapon in his hand during the war. But Bhishmadev, he said that he would destroy the complete Pandavas to satisfy Duryodhana. He said once that I would destroy the complete Pandavas. I would not stop till Keshava breaks his vow. So basically, Bhishma wanted to fight with Keshava. He had that loving exchange. It was not because he was envious of Krishna, but usually we have this right during the between the siblings. They actually enjoy fighting with each other. They wrestle in a loving. Even the Gopas did it. So Bhishmadev, at a different version, he also wanted to have that loving Veeras with Krishna, and Krishna knew about this. So when he was all into the war, destroying the Pandavas. Krishna, to protect Arjuna and to fulfill the vow of Bhishma, he got down from his chariot and then he rushed towards Bhishma with the chariot wheel. So Bhishma in this particular chapter, I believe he says that it is just to fulfill his desire. Krishna Keshava has actually sacrificed his own promise, and he got down from the chariot. He took a wheel, rushed towards me, He has beautifully described. He says that even during rushing, he could see that his outer garments, it fell down, and it was as if the lion was pouncing on the elephant. So he had beautifully described this particular, and he really appreciated it, about this particular uh, pastime, or the act of Krishna, when he, just to keep the, or to satisfy the devotees, he did not bother to sacrifice his own vows, his own promise. So that is the beauty of Krishna, and he has been glorifying it. So I would just like to end this with one understanding about Bhishma Dev. He had this blessings to take Ichha Mrityu, so die as he desired. Unfortunately, we do not have that. So with that provisioning, he actually meditated on Krishna. He that was the perfect stage of living body. That was Prabhupada says. So he meditated his mind, his eyes wide open on Krishna, thinking of all his pastimes, glorifying him, and he left his body. So unfortunately, we do not have Ichha Mrityu blessings. Even if someone blesses us, we would not get it in Kali Yuga. So we will have to put in our our time, which is available with us at this very moment, because we do not know what would happen next, uh, in Krishna consciousness. And when we do that, we would, Prabhupada says that we would attain the same glorious death as Bhishma attained, in the sense thinking about Krishna, uh, uh, and meditating completely upon Krishna. So thank you, Mamta Mataji, once again for taking up this topic, and giving us an opportunity to meditate on that great soul, the great devotee of uh, Krishna. Hari Bol. Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Santosh Prabhu. Thank you for adding the another Leela about Bhishma Dev and Krishna. Of course, Lord is always with the devotees, and he's ready to do any Leela with his devotees. Thank you very much, Prabhu, for adding on.
Thank you, Mataji.
Thank you, Sant Kopeshwar Prabhuji, for adding your comments. I would request Tandvini Mataji to unmute herself and add her valuable comments now. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. Hare Krishna, Matajis and Prabhujis. First of all, what a mesmerizing kirtan, Purna Mataji. Very nice. I mean, I felt like I should go on listening to you. I was like walking around the corners, and you created this beautiful feeling around me and an aura around me by the singing. So it was so blissful. So thank you so much for that. I loved it. And may you continue to just sing and glorify and mesmerize us like this only, and the other devotees. Mamta Mataji, I am like so proud of you. I mean, this is, as Purna Mataji said, the last time you had done Bhishma Dev, and this time it just shows, and the way you have come up, I mean, I myself took years and years, and I feel you're like way ahead of me. And I don't know, in probably next few years, I'm just waiting and seeing. I mean, you are like bewildering me with the progress. Like, I feel like far left off behind, the way you are like catching up and the understanding. Because Krishna consciousness is such that when it enters into your life, it slowly liberates you. It slowly starts, your consciousness, as it awakens, then you start getting liberated by leaving off things, and then you start understanding. Because now it shows over here, the understanding for you is already there. You're just catching on to it, and that's why it's not taking so much of time for you. And the topic that you picked the second time, again, beautiful. Bhishma Dev is the epitome of service and bhakti. And the Prabhus have already glorified his leelas and his pastimes that have been with the Lord. And we have already meditated upon that, and you have also explained everything. Actually, there's nothing left for me. The only thing that I remember with the one part that I liked from your this thing was that when Bhishma Dev is talking about that the Lord is not looking at all his material propensities or what the material achievements are, which so far, even though he's not on the side of dharma, I mean, like, that's how in the material world, at that point of time, those were the material achievements. And so the Lord is not looking at the material achievements or how great warrior he is or how he's fulfilled his vows and he's stuck by them. The Lord is not looking at all that. The Lord is looking at, how good of a devotee he is. And then that made me reflect on how what the spiritual master is also actually looking in us, that how good we can serve or help in this mission. The second thing that I liked was, the second thing that I thought was of this, when Bhishma Dev is telling Yudhishthir Maharaj, the Pandavas, that you know, this I really wonder that, that he's just talking about his wonderment, that I really wonder when people, when they reflect on the hardships that the Pandavas have gone through, on all these hardships. Now he's not talking, he's also gone through hardships, but he's saying the Pandavas, because they are the devotees, they are on the side of the, the Lord has taken their side. So that's why he's saying like this, that I really wonder the hardships that you all have gone through, if people will they take up the bhakti, will they take up this process, because of the hardships, that they will all think that being a devotee means taking up so much hardships and everything. So uh, that reflects, I mean, with him saying this at his deathbed, that really reflects of what a foresight and what a insight he has, and how much of a what a great devotee is. Because as we become devotees, as we are going on that path, if we are firm in our determination, we also start developing some of little parts of these insights, and then we, oh yeah, this is not good for us, this is not. And then sometimes you see that, oh yeah, these, and you start recognizing, oh yeah, this is a devotee, this is a good devotee, this is a, so that those insights. So this, I mean, what a great devotee he is, and what a mahajan he is, that he is reflecting upon all these at his deathbed. So that was something that really touched me when I was hearing about Bhishma Dev, at that time. Now, the last thing that I wanted to say, because he's Bhishma Panchak is, Kartik is also, every month comes as an opportunity to, for the Lord to grab the opportunity to come closer to the Lord. So Bhishma Panchak is considered, okay, if Kartik is not, Kartik is the golden opportunity, but if you have not done that, then Bhishma Panchak gives you that opportunity. So everywhere. So now Bhishma Panchak again prepares you for the next month, that is Mark Sheets, which is again the, and then again that there comes the advent of Bhagavad Gita. So each and every month is preparing you for the Lord, to get the Lord only. So yesterday I heard we had this disciple meeting, and where Guru Maharaj was saying that Prabhupada had prophesied that there will be a time where there will be like thousands and thousands of people taking up Krishna consciousness. And immediately, are we ready for this? That they will be taking up Krishna consciousness, and we have to be at the forefront of the place where you are going to be giving these Krishna consciousness to them. And he said, and right now he says the time is coming so close, and the time is near, the time is really near. So to me, it looks like, Mamta Mataji, for you, like you're also ready. And the way things are, it looks like the time is really near for here. So this is something which is very nice, that we can be, we are prepared. I mean, especially, I don't know if I'm prepared, but I know, looking at all of you, that yes, Mataji, you are definitely prepared for this time. So, and he also said that we all should carry this a book with us. Now, Prabhupada's books, of course, he also said that this, because what happens is that I'm not a book distributor. We grahasthas are not book distributors. But if we carry, because we cannot go and distribute books, and we can't be on the road like the book distributors. But if we always carry one book with us, there is always somebody. The Lord makes an arrangement, because your intention is to give that book to somebody. So the Lord always, so there will always be somebody who will take up that book. There will be, so you be the, so this is your service attitude, our service attitude, that we should carry with us. Like how Bhishma Dev was always ready. I mean, he was the epitome of servitor. So because the power of purity is extraordinary, and we are all striving for that. So this is what I would want to say. Thank you very much for the wonderful class. Hare Krishna.
Dandwani Mataji, thank you so much. As always, you glorify each and every one more than they deserve, and at least I'm the one. I'm keep getting motivation from you all. So whatever is there, I'm just trying a very very little part of my capacity actually. But thank you to motivate and glorify. Uh, However, I don't know how much I deserve for this. Thank you very much, each one of you who accepted me and who given me the opportunity to serve the Lord, to serve Bhishma Dev in the month of Kartik. I am fortunate. That's why I have this association, and we are all holding each other's hand and motivating, even if anybody is falling like person like me, always glorifying, always motivating. And this is the big booster, the big you know uh, the factor to always come ahead. I tried my bit. That's all. I'm sure Srila Prabhupada will bless us to give more efforts, to put ourselves more in the best manner. Thank you, each one of you. Thank you to all devotees.
Mataji, we missed to hear Poonam Mataji's comments.
Hari Bolya, Diya Tale Andhera. Mataji, please, without you, yeah, because जो 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 बोलता रहता है वो कहीं ना कहीं इग्नोर हो जाता है. माताजी सॉरी.
No, Mataji, ऐसे होता है. आप इतना विष्णु देव के ग्लोरिफिकेशन में बोल रहे हो कि it happens, Mataji. Very good. Mataji, nice session, very very nice session, Mataji. और जिस तरह से आपने फ्लो, मुझे स्पेशली अच्छा लगा कि आपके फ्लो में कहीं पे भी फ्लॉज नहीं था, कि आपके फ्लो एक स्मूथली जा रहा था. तो हरी बोल माताजी, वेरी गुड, वेरी नाइस माताजी. एंड आई गॉट टू नो न्यू थिंग टुडे वाज विष्णु पंचका. That before it is known as Bhishma Panchaka, it was known as Vishnu Panchaka. So that was one thing, Mataji, and I understand now why it is known as Bhishma Panchaka also, because uh, being in such a in a good health also, I'm not able to keep this vrata, Vishnu vrata, Panchaka. So still Bhishma Dev in that state of health, he was lying on the bed of arrow, he was not able to do anything, but still he was the one, he could do it. He was doing this 5 days brother. So I was thinking about how determined I was. All these days I was thinking about how glorious he looks, how such a that kshatriya body he has. He's a very good soldier, and like such a brave soldier. But now I am like appreciating his mind. What a mind he might be having, that he was doing vrata at this time also. Hari bol Mataji, very nice. And the next I liked in your session was, Mataji, in the purport where Srila Prabhupada says that uh, Bhishma Dev addresses Krishna as Vijay Sakhe, Partha, and Krishna likes being called as Yashoda Nandana, or with the devotees, in relation to his devotees. So that was very nice. When as a soul, like when I don't have that familial relationship with Krishna, we can address him through a non-familial way, in the sense, in a way like where he loves the people who loves, like Radha Rani, Radha Ramana, something like Radha Rani. He loves Radha Rani. We can address him like that. With Yashoda Maya and all, we can address him like that. So, and that was a good point, Mataji. I really liked the purport in which it said this. And then to add to your story, Mataji, I actually have only one thing. You have completed everything, Mataji. And as Santosh also said, with time, less time, you have to complete all this, all the glories of Bishwadev. So in that regard, when he was taking this, when he took three vows, like he will be protecting the kings, and he will not marry, and he will work as he will be doing as a servant. He is working be as a servant. So taking that vow, it was for a kshatriya. It is for a kshatriya person. It is such these three things were like was very difficult. Is very difficult to digest. Like being in midst of person, in the midst of a familial, in a culture where a king has 2 to 3 wives minimum. Like it may exceed also. So Kshatriyas at that time had this culture of marrying so many people. In between, you have to stay with those people and completely through your mind also follow the brahmacharya vrata. So and then like he served as a servant throughout his life. He protected the kings of Kuru dynasty. He served them throughout the life. So he never gave away his promises. So and after listening to these three promises, from the heavenly planet, there came three times, there came a victorious voice from heavenly beings, that Bhishma, 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 which means very difficult, very difficult, very difficult. So these are like it's a very difficult. In the sense, I'm just telling you the literal translation, but it means that whatever vow this person is taking, it is very difficult to do. So this is how it is, mother. Like this is how Bhishma Dev was. He did a glorious thing. He had a like he surrendered his life in the duty as a kshatriya, and he served Lord also. This reminded me of Hanumanji also. Even he was born as a kshatriya. He had his own kingdom still, just to as a guru dakshana from for Surya Dev. He gave away his kingdom and accepted the position of a servant to Sugriva. Hari Bol Mataji. Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity in this Kartik month. All glories to Mamta Mataji. Hari Bol Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, Mataji, thank you. We all are blessed to glorify Lord in this month and to serve Bhagavatam. So, thank you, Mataji. Yeah, I actually forgot to mention this thing. When he take these three wars, when Bhishma Dev is taking these three wars, then all Devi Devtas, they come and they say Bhishan, Bhishan. Actually, they say Bhishan. Bhishan means it's very, very difficult. Not difficult. Bhishan means very, very immensely difficult. So they were trying to give him, giving the hint that what you have done, Bhishma Dev, Devrat. But once he had taken the wars, then he was determined and he followed the same. It's all the Bhishma Dev is, the personality itself is exemplary, and in each and every activity, there's a learning for people like us. So, Mataji,
Mataji,
thank you
yes.
very much.
From that day, he was known as Devrat, from Devrat to Bhishma.
Yeah, correct.
Thank you,
Very
Mataji.
good.
Anyone wants to add anything else?
Yes, Mataji, one very small point which you only reminded me. this similarity and the common thing between Bhishma and even the Pundrik, right? Panduranga, there, that boy, even when Lord comes, he does not leave the service of his parents and continue to serve. I mean, the parents and ask the Lord to wait. So, like the amount of dedication and the nistha that Pundrik had, very close to, it reminds of what Bhima had for his father, and then for Satyavati, his mother. So, I mean, that's it, Malay. Just wanted to add this thing.
Very good, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji, for adding it. Very good. So, can I stop the recording, Mataji?
अच्छा माता जी रिकॉर्डिंग हो भी रही थी, मुझे तो ये नहीं पता है.
I'm stopping, Mataji.